Good morning, FlossTube. It's Shelly. Welcome to my channel, Proverbs 31:22. Today is Wednesday, September the 9th, 2020, and this is FlossTube number 22. So, how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good start to September, and I hope you had a good Labor Day for those here in the U.S. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel about stitching. Mostly cross stitch lately, some quilting. So I hope you find something, see something that inspires you, maybe get enabled a little bit. And I hope you like what you see and come back to visit. And to those that are coming back, my regular viewers, thanks so much. Don't you wish we could just kind of really visit in person? Especially through everything that we're going through right now with COVID and being so isolated. So I'm missing my stitchy friends. So anyway, let's do a video. I've got a couple of finishes to show, one of which is going to be gifted later this week, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys. Today is my oldest daughter, Kimberly's, birthday, and she is 33 today, so kind of unbelievable, really. We're gonna, I'm off today, so I asked her if she wanted to do supper. I'll cook her something and have a little supper party for her, but she has school tonight, so we're going to do it Friday instead. So, but I think we are going to grab lunch later today, just me and her hubby. So anyway, I've got her birthday present finished, and so I've got to show y'all that today. And I've got my other daughter, my younger daughter. We have two daughters. Lakin, she turns 30. My baby's going to be 30 next month, a month and 3 days. So the quilt on the design wall behind me is going to be for her. And obviously, it will not be finished for her birthday. Try as I might, I did not get it done. So I'm almost there on getting it finished, the top finished. I was really dreading putting those little stars all around on the border, but I was like shocked. It went on really well. This quilt was a kit from Bluprint, which is now turned back into Craftsy. It was Craftsy originally, then it turned into Bluprint, and now it's back to Craftsy. Yay! Because Craftsy I thought was a much better platform. But anyway, this is a kit from Bluprint with their boundless solid fabrics. That's one thing about, they did like, Craftsy just came back on the 1st, and I guess about a week before they did like a little live with questions and answers of the new owners and staff. And one thing that they did say was that at this time anyway, they're not going to sell supplies. I think they're maybe working with some other folks, other companies, to sort of offer those things. But that was one thing that I really liked about Bluprint, was the kits, because and I don't know what I paid for the one that's on the wall behind me, but when they would go on a deep discount, I would snatch them up. I mean, and this is, a lot of fabric. Usually, for this size quilt, which is going to be a king size, you're talking, 20, 16 to 20 yards of fabric. And like I said, I don't know what this one I paid specifically, but usually in the $60 range, I would snap them up, when they would go like 60 or 70% off. So, I mean, you just cannot beat it. So, anyway, what I started to say with all of that is that this is the first time I had a quilt pattern that had me cut the borders. There's a, like, right in here, like below, inside the stars, inside the smaller stars, is a little 3-inch border, and then there'll be a 6-inch border around the outside. But this was the first pattern that I had that had me cut the borders lengthwise of the fabric. I had never done that before, and I think I may do that because it came out, I mean, I'm like astounded. They came out. I'm astounded. So, I mean, it came out and, now, granted, no one except for my daughter, who I'm giving it to, gets to look at this quilt close up. Because, I mean, you look at it from a distance, oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. But when you get up close, the star points are gone. And so anyway, it's not perfect by any means, but the border is usually something that I kind of struggle with. So lengthwise cut, I don't know, maybe that made the difference. I'll try it out on my next quilt and see. So anyway, I hope to get the border on the top completely done by the end of this week. I have to work this weekend, and then, Friday I'm going to be cooking and things for my daughter, so it may not be this week, but surely by early next week I will have the 6-inch border on, and the top will be done. I think I'm going to go to Joann's and get some wide backing to back it with, just to make it easy. Pretty sure I already have the batting. So I talked about maybe hiring a long armor to baste it, and I just need to reach out to her and see what her turnaround time would be to baste it for me. And then I'll start quilting it. So hopefully I'll gift the partially quilted quilt to Lakin next month, and then fingers crossed she'll have it by Christmas completed. Okay, so I've been working a lot on that. I worked a lot on that the past week when I was off. And I love it. I mean, it fills up the whole design wall, and then it's like spilling onto the floor. And I haven't even added the final border yet. So I think she's going to like it. So I've been working on that, and I've been working on my cross-stitch whips. So Stitching Mojo's back. I don't know if you watched my last video, you know the life change that has happened recently. And I apologize, if I made anybody uncomfortable, but I knew I needed to get that video done and out of the way to move past it, or, it would have been months before y'all would have gotten another video. So, anyway, still Stitching Mojo is back. Yay! Get my solace from needle and thread. I don't know about y'all, but so I'm going to show you my whips, and then I'll do my FFOs, and then we'll do haul and then plans. So I thought I was going to do I think after my last video I watched Stitch Roadie Anna, And she talked about doing Sal September to work on her stitch alongs. And then, of course, there's Sampler September going on. And I thought I would do like a combination of those two things. And then, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to put give some love to all of my whips, or not all of them, but more of them. So, I watched her Stitch Roadie's latest video, and I think she's decided to do Simply September, just to simply work on whatever she wants to work on. So what I did is I started using the Tiny Decisions app, the wheel, and I do have a rotation that I go by, and some of my whips, I had my whips lined up in this little crate that I have them all in, according to the days of the week. But some of them go into more than one day of the week. So what I did is I went through all of my whips, wrote them all down, and then said, okay, this fits, what days of the week does this whip fit in? And I made decision wheel for each day. And I spin the wheel, and I am trying to put some touch on the project that I chose for the magazine monthly challenge that I talked about in my last video, which is the collaboration between C. Zook Stitch and then Robin Hall. I don't know what the name of her channel is, but it's Carolyn Zook and Robin Hall. And so I'm trying to put some touches on that several times every week. And then I spin the wheel to see what else I work on for that day. So my whips have gotten some love this week. So I'm going to show you some progress. So the first one is the Chalkful Mary Jar. This is by Hands On Design in collaboration with Priscilla Blaine of the Real Housewives of CrossStitch. And this is where I'm at. So I've just been working on filling in the jar. And I'm off somewhere in this area, but it's fine. So this was a club that I was in with Fat Quarter Shop. So it's on 14 count chalkboard Ada. And it uses the called for flosses from Classic Colorworks. And I worked on that just a little bit on Monday. So, my rotation is Sampler and Sal Sundays, Merry Monday, Timely Tuesday, Wordy Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, Flora, Fauna, and Filigree Friday, and then Seasonal Saturday. So that's just sort of my little thing that I came up with. And then, see, like this is one. This is a sampler. And it's also Merry Monday. So it fits on 2 days of the week. And then as it gets closer to, hey, I want to get this finished, then it would also go into Tuesday, Timely Tuesday. That's the day that I work on things that, hey, this has a deadline or I need to get this done. So this is Quaker de Noël from Jardin Privé. And I'm stitching this on 14 count Opal Ada that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I did I did a couple of motifs over here and then started down here on another word. And the colors that I'm using are Razzleberry and Jolly Holly. And then this Christmas tree right here was a Forest Glade, I think, from the Gentle Art. I don't know, it's in another project. I'm just using that darker green on that one big Christmas tree. I love this. It's like I look at it in person and it's, you know, it's pretty, but then when I see it on camera, it just sort of takes my breath away. And then I'm working on the Live Simply Mystery Sal from Bluebird Needleworks. And so this is another one. This is a sampler. No, this is a stitch along. So this is on Sunday. And then it also fits on Friday. And it also fits on Tuesday because, you know, each month when I'm trying to get it done so I stay caught up, then it, you know, I can work some Tuesdays in there too. And I finished the most recent, the August release is what I'm trying to say, last night. And it's so cute. I'm loving this a lot. I love birds, I love flowers, so it's a no-brainer, right? So this is on 32 count. This was my first project on 32 count. And it is Witchout Linen in Sun Shower. And I've said before, it doesn't film true to color at all. It's a very lemony yellow. And I'm sort of using a combination of the called for and my own choices of flosses. So I need to take a picture of that so I can tag the designer so I can get the next release. And the next release is like some little I've got a stack of everything and it's just, some of it just fell. So let's see. Bluebird. So that is the next, sorry, the glare. The next release, which includes, we're going to start getting the outer border. So love that a lot. So I've been trying to be a little more organized on these videos, so I'm not having to unzip all of my bags while I'm filming. So I've just been sort of stacking all of my whips up, and I had one pattern that's still like in the plastic, and it's kind of slick, so the project just fell on the floor. So excuse me for 1 second. So sorry. Okay. And then, see, this is what's fun about the wheel, because I haven't touched this in quite a while, and this came up. This is the Stitch Quarterly from June from Fat Quarter Shop, and it's the American Spirit was the name of the pattern. And this is what you get in the club. You get the bag, you get the fabric, you get the flosses, the pattern, of course, some kind of notion, and then a little metal little needle box, which I use for my orts. So I got a little bit of progress on that. And this is just really easy stitching using the call for DMCs, and it's on, let's see, it is on 25 count Vintage Country Mocha Lugana from Zweigart. So love that. And also from Fat Quarter Shop, got quite a few of Fat Quarter Shops here in a row. The Prim Stitch series. And there's part 2. I haven't started that one yet. And then I just got part 3 yesterday. I've worked a little bit more on part 1. That border is gorgeous, but whew, it's a doozy to stitch. So I am doing this all on one piece of fabric, and it is a 32 count Jobelin and Lamb's wool. I'm stitching with the mostly the called for DMC flosses, stitching one strand of thread over two threads of linen. I did change out the red on the flag because it was supposed to be, I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be this same color that's on the heart right here, which would have been okay, but I really wanted a more red on my flag. That's a fun stitch. Jan Hicks is doing hers on the called for cloth, which is 25 count Lugana. She's doing hers 1/1. So I want to try that one day. Not quite there yet, but I do want to try it. I am thinking about trying 40 count linen, because I've been hearing a lot of people talk about how wonderful it is, and I've done the 36 and love it. So, oh, these are the flosses for the Prim Stitch, or some of the flosses. And that's that red that I substituted, DMC 816. And then I also worked on this sweet little stitch. This was the Fat Quarter Shop cross-stitch fundraiser for Make-A-Wish. Their pattern Bloomtopia. And I am stitching mine on, let's see, hang on one second. Bloomtopia. "14 count Ada in light seafoam green." Just picked up the fabric at Joann. I bought the floss pack from Fat Quarter Shop, the DMC floss pack, which is these colors except the lavender. I had to substitute the lavender in for, there was a lighter blue that was called for, and it just blended in with the fabric. I wasn't sure. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this basket, and I wanted to try to do something else, like maybe another butterfly or something. But when I got ready to stitch it, I just wasn't in the improvising mood, you know. So, love it. That's my progress on Bloomtopia. And let's see, the piece that I'm doing for the monthly magazine challenge is from CrossStitcher Magazine September 2020. And I did decide that I'm just doing the fall autumn theme. I'm not working on the acrostic, which I was studying this a little bit this morning, trying to figure out if I could fit the acrostic into, like if I could make the acrostic fit this piece, different sections. And I probably could, but it doesn't matter. So that's the piece that I started. I love it. It's so cute. And I'm stitching this on, this is 18 count Fiddler's Aida that I picked up from Joann. And this is my progress. So the border right here and then right here called for a cream-ish color that just sort of blended in. So I substituted DMC 4124. It's kind of my go-to orangey variegated. It's really pretty. These are all the flosses. Aren't those just beautiful fall colors? Gorgeous. So I'm really not sure why. I just realized this, but you know, I started stitching on 36 count and love it. And I was like, 18 count is the same thing over one. So a lot cheaper to buy Aida, y'all. And if you've been here long, you know, stitch on what you want. Don't be an Aida hater, because it all looks gorgeous. It's all beautiful, regardless of what cloth, regardless of how perfect the stitches are or imperfect they are. It's all gorgeous. So another autumn piece I'm working on is the Patchwork Autumn from Jardin Privé. Picked this up at Fat Quarter Shop quite a while ago, right as I was getting back into stitching. So this is my progress. Getting closer, not as far ahead as I want it to be. I'm using the call for, I think the call for DMCs. I maybe had to substitute a couple of things in because I didn't have what they called for. And then I'm also substituting some of these sulkies in. These sulky petites variegated. So I'm doing the border, that part of the border, the scallop in one of the sulkies, and then I did some of the animals, the bunny, the squirrel, all the squirrels will be in that sulky orange variegated. I did the bench in that variegated. And this is stitched on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco over 2 threads. 2 strands of the DMC and then just 1 strand of the sulky. 1 strand is pretty cool. I guess that's really what I like a lot about the 36 count. And then, you know, that one piece I'm doing the 18 count over 1. So this came up on the wheel one day. This is the first Stitch Quarterly. The homegrown pattern. And I've got a little bit more done on the sunflower. And this is stitched on 14 count washboard, whitewashed board Aida from Fabric Flair. And this was, you know, the same concept. You got the cloth, you got the DMC flosses, you get a needle, you get the little needle tin, the little needle holder box. We got a little corner gauge in this one. So I really like the Stitch Quarterly a lot. And my next one is on the way now, and it's going to be fall themed. Can't wait to see it. I've really enjoyed it, and I think maybe they have some spots currently. It's through Fat Quarter Shop, and I will put information below. Sometimes I'm linking things, and sometimes I'm not. Just sort of depends on what it is. Yeah, it depends on what it is. But I will put all the information below. And I'm working on Teresa Kogut's Newcastle Bouquet. And still loving it. Didn't make a whole lot of progress, but it makes me swoon. So this is on 36 count linen that Devon at, her name is Devon Hannah, so I kind of combined her names there a little bit. Gosh, I hope I'm not saying her name wrong. I'm pretty sure that's her name. You know, your brain just like goes out the window when you start filming these. Devon Hannah, yes. Okay, I wasn't losing my mind. Anyway, she has an Etsy shop on, it's called Strawberry Lane, and she hand dyes linen. So, and I'm using pretty much the call for flosses. I had to substitute one of the greens because I couldn't find it anywhere. Still can't find it anywhere. Love it, love it, love it. And last but not least, I just started my final hands-on design year of celebrations, the October one. Stitching this on 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, which is what all of them are stitched on. And that's my little bitty start that I made. And I just realized this morning, like if you can see that little motif in the corner, I just realized it's an eyeball. How fun is that? I'm not really a Halloween stitcher, but I think that's really cute. So these are my colors. And there's some called for, and like her DMC called for. I did have the amethyst, which is what was the purple that was called for. Weeks Dye Works. And then the rest of them are DMC, some the called for, and some what I had or what I wanted to use. So that's are all my whips that I've touched this past 2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks since I filmed a video. So my FFOs. So I did fully finish the September year of celebrations. So this 28 count tea-dyed Monaco is out of stock everywhere. And I have an order. I ordered some from someplace. I need to go back and look and see, because I've started keeping track of my orders. Number one, because of all the situation with COVID and delays. And number two, because I can't remember what I'm ordering stuff for. So I started keeping a little log of, you know, hey, I ordered this from this, you know, on this date I ordered from this company, these are the items I ordered, and this is what it's for. So I've ordered more of this cloth from someplace online, and it's been months and I haven't heard a single thing, so I need to follow up on it. But anyway, I'm scraping the, like, that piece that I just showed on the October piece. That's like the second to last piece that's big enough to stitch these on, but I mean, I hardly have any border at all, which is fine. I mean, I can finish it with that little border, no problem, but it's throwing off my centering a little bit, because I always do a upper right corner start. So it was I felt like it was a little off centered. There was a little bit too much space right here. And I wanted a little, I wanted a little, I thought about doing a little red apple in the middle for the bow. So I knew I needed something that had apples in it. So I went to Joann's, and they had this cute little back to school little button pack. And they did have a red apple in it. But when I saw the notebook and the pencils, I was like, that's what I need to do. And then I did the little pencil and the little sharpener down here. And I love it. I really like the way it came out. The little owl was supposed to be two different colors, like one color on the head and one color on the body. And I just used that same sulky, that variegated orange, to just do his whole body. I love these so much. I just love them. They're sweet little stitches, and I love just, having the months out all month to look at. It took me a few days to get, I had it finished, but with work and everything, I just didn't have it displayed. And my husband was like, hey, it's September 2nd. Where's September at? Why is August still out? So, but once I get finished with October, I'll be done with the whole year. So super excited about that. So, yay, the part of the whole, what I couldn't wait to share. So, on Saturday, I went to Michael's to find something to finish my daughter's birthday present, which, I don't know if I'm about to find it. It's buried under all this. There it is. So, stitching the Lizzie Kate, Let Them Be Small for her. And I was really nervous about finding something to finish it on. You have this thing that you want to gift and you want it to be perfect, and it's like, oh, just know I'm going to go and have to search and search and search. Y'all, I went to Michael's. I looked around a little bit in the fall section. I have some, like that Jardin Privé Patchwork Autumn. It's getting pretty close, so I've been thinking about, finding stuff to finish it. So I looked around a little bit in there, and then I went to the section where they had, frames and stuff. This was what I bought to finish this piece on, was the first thing I looked at. And when I saw it, I went, oh my goodness, can it really be this easy? Am I really going to find the perfect piece to finish this on the very first thing I look at? So, this is the stitched piece, and this is on 28 count wood shelled linen in natural. This was a piece that was my club from Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm trying to figure out how I can show you the whole thing, so I'll just have to angle it. So this piece, the blue on it, matches so well with the blue on the stitch piece. I think it's going to really, it fits my daughter's style. I hope. I think it does. So it had these little clips all the way down. You know, it had like 4 clips. So I just pulled the middle 2 off. And I was texting my 2 Stitchy friends, Rita and Melissa, while I was in the store saying, hey guys, what do you think about this? And they were like, it's perfect. And, you know, when I saw it, it was like, oh my goodness, I can do pictures of her and her boy, you know, my daughter and her boys. Which that was really the hardest part, was choosing which pictures to put on. So they said, you know, yes, it's perfect. And I said, you know, I'm going to put, you know, pictures at the top and the bottom. So my friend Rita, who's a genius, said, I think you should, you know, put some boards or something, back the pictures with the linen. And so when I was in the store, I was like, I really didn't think I would have enough of the linen to do that. But I had just enough. I mean, I'm telling you, this was just, you know, one of those things that's like meant to be. So, I had to decide what pictures, decided to do them all in black and white just to get rid of any excess color. I didn't want color of the photographs to compete with the stitched piece. So I just covered the little, these are actually foam board that I glued batting onto and then glued the linen to. There's a little, I backed them with fabric, and I put a little ribbon in between the fabric and the back of the piece just to clamp it onto this without having to clamp onto the linen. And then I have some little bitty like straight pins that I just stuck into the edge of the pictures. And since I couldn't decide what pictures to use, you know, it was really hard. I was like, so when I went to Walgreens, it said you could do collage prints. So I was like, yes, because then I can get more pictures of these beautiful boys and my beautiful daughter. Yes, I know I'm biased. But, I mean, look at this. This is Nathan when Malachi was first born. Oh my goodness. Kissing on his bubba. And then that's them a few years ago, the first day of school. And that's my daughter with them when Malachi was a baby. And then this is Malachi and Nathan. They've been playing in the sprinkler over here at our house. This picture right here of the 3 of them, my husband has it on his phone as his green saver background. It's so cute. You can't see it, but Malachi has a little bit of drool coming down his chin. And then this one of Malachi, it's like, is he telling Nathan a secret, or is he trying to bite his ear off? Who knows? But, I mean, it's just perfect. You'll never have this day with your children again. Tomorrow they'll be a little older than today. This day is a gift. Just breathe, notice, pay attention. Enjoy today. It will be over before you know it. Is not the truth? I mean, my daughter's 33 years old today. I mean, and looking at her as a mom, where did the time go? So I'm really excited to give this to her. And I did tell her, I asked her, my husband was going to come with me. And then he decided that they were going to my son-in-law invited him to go dove hunting, so he wanted to do that instead. So he was like, you can take Kim with you. And I was like, how am I going to, like, pick out stuff to finish her piece with her with me? Come on. So when I got up, you know, I was nervous about finding something. So when I got up Saturday, I called her and I said, okay, well, I'm going to Huntsville, Madison, to pick out the stuff to finish your present. It's a cross-stitch piece. And I said, I promise, I'm not going to make you cross-stitch pieces for every gift occasion. I promise I'm not. And I've already seen, did y'all see that Blackbird design re-release, Dear Daughter? It's like, geez, I'm not going to make them cross-stitch pieces for every gift occasion. I will not do it. I'm not going to be that mom. So anyway, I was like, do you want to be surprised or would you want to come help pick it out? And she's like, I'd kind of like to be surprised. So I hope she's pleasantly surprised and loves it. I love it. I, you know, debated on did we need like fabric behind the stitched piece? Did I need to put trim on it? And I did have some little cute little blue trim that matched really well with the stitching. I didn't have enough of it, but it was just like very subtle. But I think I like just the simplicity of just the piece. And then the pictures. Love it. So, okay. Haul and Stitchy Kindness. So I did get the next in the Prim Stitch series, Peace and Plenty. Isn't she so cute, that little angel? My husband saw it last night. He's like, she's got popsicle stick legs. I was like, she does. Tongue depressors. So cute, though. But oh man, that border. So I got that. I did order from Stitchery Express. Someone on FlossTube mentioned Stitchery Express that they had ordered from them. And when I was stitching that piece, the Let Them Be Small, I ran out of acorn, which is this color right here. I mean, like, so close to being finished, and I ran out. And, you know, I'm on a deadline. So I called Patches and Stitches in Huntsville, you know, before I went and made a trip all the way over there. I was like, let me call them and see if they have it. They were out. I called the Cross Stitch Peddler in Decatur. They were out. And she's like, good luck with finding that. Gee, thanks. Fat Quarter Shop's out. Cobweb Corner, who I usually order from, they're out. And let me just say, while I love fancy floss, I mean, I really do, but sometimes I doubt the necessity of using it because, I mean, this is not variegated really at all. So, God, I wish I had just done a DMC, you know. But anyway, I searched and searched, and I don't remember if I remembered someone saying Stitchery Express. I think I did. And so I went and found them, and they had it. So while I was there, I went ahead and got the rest of the flosses that I need for Elizabeth Weston, which is going to be my birthday start in November. It's a Hands Across the Sea sampler. And so I picked up the rest of this flosses from Stitchery Express. Great experience, super fast, and cheap. I don't remember what they're. So yeah, I went to their site and I found the acorn. and was sort of looking, okay, you know, this floss can't travel alone, so what, you know, looked at patterns and stuff, and I was like, I wonder what their DMC price was. And is this the receipt? Yes, it is. 60 cents for their DMC, which is comparable to Joann. So, and it was, you know, $3.95 flat rate shipping for whatever you order. So I did it. I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and get my flosses that I need for Elizabeth Weston, which are beautiful, by the way. I did order some more colors from Red Rock Thread to quilt the quilt behind me. I had already had these. I want to say there's another one. Yeah. I had these three. These three that I had ordered a while back when a friend needed some Aurifil thread. So in order to get the free shipping, I went ahead and picked up those. And then I went online and ordered these. I'm not sure about them. I mean, it's so hard to pick out colors on a computer screen. But we'll see. So I've got all the thread that I need to quilt that. I did get my, I joined the, oh, this is, I cut this when I was opening the package, I guess. Back around the holidays, Fat Quarter Shop had a, like 1 penny reservation sale. And so I reserved the block of the month, the Christmas coriander, a very coriander Christmas block of the month. And so I got my first block of the month shipment in. Sorry guys, I should have had this out. Sorry. So the shipment included the book. And so it's got a bonus quilt, which is Season of Stars. And I mean, this is the main quilt. And this is the fabrics for the first month. And I really, really, really would love to keep up with this. It's really hard to say you have a deadline on the thing behind me and I'm going to stop and, you know, put this block together. Not that it would take very long to put this block together, but I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter because it's not going to be done for her birthday next month. So anyway, I guess I bought this, signed up for this club. I was working on the other Coriander quilt that was part of the Goodness Grows, part of Sew Sampler Box when I was part of that. Love her stuff. Love it. Would love to have a Christmas quilt. But I guess I didn't realize how much cross stitch was going to take over my life. So my quilting has slowed down a lot. And I've talked about that before, but anyway, I still love that and I want to do it. So we'll see if I start it this month or not. All right, and then I signed up for Victorian Motto for the limited edition, just the regular, not the primitive, and I got my first shipment. And you know, I have won flosses from her, back in the spring, and I had emailed her and let her know, hey, I'm the one that won this. Never heard anything. And then I joined the club and emailed her and said, hey, I also had won a giveaway and never got it. And, she said, oh, sorry, my husband had it marked off as sent. So, I mean, I don't know if she thinks that I'm, like, not who I'm saying I am or what, but I was hoping that my prize would be included in my shipment, but it wasn't. So, and I was hoping when I got my invoice for this month that I would be able to put a little note or something saying, hey, I mean, it's purple floss, y'all. I want it. And I don't think, like, she's not, like, she's not scamming me. I mean, it was a giveaway, but, I'd like to get what I won. Anyway, these are the colors for the month. So, pom-pom, heirloom garden. I might. The Live Simply uses willow, weeping willow is what it uses for all the green. I might have to use this on the border. We'll see. So it doesn't have on here how much floss is in it, but it's like when I see people on FlossTube show, their Victorian mottos, it's like, it's a lot. That's a lot of floss. So I don't know if it's like 10 yards. Heirloom dahlia, heirloom bluebells, heirloom marigold, pretty yellow, and heirloom larkspur. Look at that. So yes, I'm definitely going to continue getting this. Now, I might stitch with it and go, oh, I hate it. I doubt it. But I think it's a pretty good value. I want to say it's like $12 for 6 skeins. And I mean, like I said, I don't know if they say anywhere. It doesn't say anywhere on here how much floss it is, but it's a good chunk. It's definitely more than you get on Classic Colorworks or the regular General Art or Weeks Dye Works. Okay, and then Kim, I follow her on Instagram, and she's a private account, so she's Southern Louisiana Stitcher, and her name is Kim. She was having a giveaway, and I won. So she sent me this sweet little card, and she was giving away one of her thread keeps with floss cards. I love how she does her. Look at that little, it looks like it's torn, like paper torn away. So she was doing the giveaway, and this is the picture that she showed for the giveaway. And so when I won, she emailed me and said, what initial do you want? So I said, and this was like the week after my dad passed away. So my last name now starts with an M. My maiden name starts with an M. Love that I didn't have to change my monogram. So I said, I think I'm going to get the M. Isn't that so pretty? Look at the little bee and the little butt. It's just so precious. So I will link her below. Like I said, she does have a private account. I don't know if she has an Etsy shop or not. I need to look into that. If she does, I'll link that. Or she just sells on her Instagram. I don't know. But I was excited to have won that. And I also got some Stitchy Kindness. Got this sweet card from Niecy Lynn. And I'm pretty sure she made it. She just wrote me a sweet note of condolences. And then my friend Rita, who gave me the idea about backing those photos with the linen, she sent me some Stitchy Kindness as well. So she sent me this pretty card from, these are produced by Hands Across the Sea. So it's one of their samplers, and then on the back of the card you do get a chart it's like part of the sampler. So like the chart has this lady right here and this guy and the little well house, this little part. It has the tree, and then it has these crown emblems on the chart. Oops, sorry, I wasn't meaning to show that. So she sent me this card, but she also sent me this. Isn't that beautiful? Blackbird Designs Loose Feathers Series for the birds. Gorgeous. So I think she stitched this chart and she was passing along to me. Love it. I need to reach out to the lady that sent me this one. You know, I was looking for it and had ordered it, and I still haven't gotten that order from Beach Cottage Stitchers. It's ridiculous. But she reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have it. I'll pass it on to you." But I need to reach out to her to see, does she want it back, or is she okay with me passing it along? And if she does, then I'll do a little share on my channel. So, I do have one shout out, and I may have shouted her out before, but she's recently uploaded a tutorial that was amazing. The name of her channel is Calm Creations. Her name is Tia, and she lives in Australia. She does finishing for out, and she just did a tutorial on doing a flat fold easeled finish. And I mean, I watched it and I think I could do it. So, I mean, and that's something that would have really intimidated me, before watching her video. So definitely check her out. I mean, she has beautiful stitching, and the pieces that she finishes for other folks is, you get to see all of it. So the more stitching, the better, right? So that's my one shout out. Plans. So, I had a lot of plans already written down on my little calendar that I got from Amazon that I shared a couple of videos ago. This is September. So, some of them I've tried to, catch up to where my progress I wanted. Some of them I'm just, I don't know, like my shabby advent calendar. I really want to have that finished for this December, but I just don't feel like working on it. So, and it's okay. It really is. If I don't get it finished for this December, I'll get it finished for next. So, I'm not going to stress over it. But I've started filling in a little bit on here, just some things that I want to work on and goals that I want to meet. And when I meet them, I highlight them. So I did have, I did have some goals on that quilt that I'm actually ahead of where I wanted to. I'm not ahead of where I wanted to originally be, but I'm ahead of where I wanted to be at the end of this, like the end of last week, like after the weekend was over. I got ahead of where I wanted to be because I worked on it a lot. And like I said, I mean, I wish I was completely finished with the top and already have it basted and quilting on it. But, life happens and you lose your stitching mojo. So, anyway, I've got some plans I want to get the October year of celebrations, of course. I want to get that done. I finished the Live Simply for last month, so I'm going to take a picture and post it and get the pattern to start on for next month. I still don't know about starting the hedgerow house sampler. That pattern, they use some really funky symbols on there, so I just don't know how it's going to scan to turn it into a PDF. And I don't know that I want to do it from a paper chart. So I still don't know what I'm going to do about that. I really want to start my Elizabeth Weston, but I'm trying to hold off until my birthday. But now that I've got all the flosses, it's like, ooh, I want to start. But I'm not. Because my whip bin, I can't fit another single project bag in it. So, stop already. We're over an hour. I try to make these quick, but I don't know. They'll talk slow. One of our patients, well, I wasn't there, but one of our patients came in. I may have told the story already, but they came in and asked the medical assistant who was on duty that day, where's the foreign lady? She's like, what do you mean? And like at the other office, before I start working there, they had a lady that was from Australia. So she kind of thought maybe he was asking about her. And so she said, do you mean, I don't remember what her name is. And, the one that used to work at the other office. And he's like, no, he's like the lady that works up front here with the short hair that's foreign, that has the crazy accent. I hear my South Louisiana accent at times, but I don't consider it a foreign accent. So, whatever. I don't know. How did I even get started talking? Oh, I was saying, do I talk too slow? Sometimes I feel like I talk too darn fast. Okay, guys. I'm going to let y'all go. Hopefully, I was hoping to get this done before Fat Quarter Shop started their live FlossTube, but it's 9:30 my time, so I've missed a half an hour of it. So I have time to get everything picked up, and then I can go watch it, not live. And then hopefully I'll be going out to have lunch with my daughter and her hubby. And gonna work tomorrow, work this weekend. Really, I've been applying at places. I gave my husband my resume to give to, there's somebody in the upper staff where he works that also owns a staffing company. So, yeah, I need to find something else. We, last week had got back to work one day after I'd been off and had an email from the manager that, I worked a 13-hour day that day. And when I got home, I was still so mad that my husband actually said, we need to check your blood pressure. He did. It was high for me. He thought it was wonderful. It was like 140 something over 94. He thought it was, good because that's what his runs all the time. I'm like, that's not good. And it's definitely not good for me because I'm usually like 120 something over 70. But yeah, I was just like, I cannot deal with this, the threats, the threatening emails. So I did talk to the manager a few days later, told her how I felt. She told me where she was coming from, and I was like, yeah, but sorry. Y'all have staffing problems. It's management's problem. It's not employees. It's not. They're always wanting us to pick up extra shifts to cover because y'all can't keep staff. Can't do it. My health won't allow it, and I can't. So I guess that's about the only thing about 2020 that I can think that's good. I can't think of a single other thing that's been a positive this year. The only thing I can think of, and it's still at this point sort of a negative, but it's positive in the fact that it's made me realize how much I am not fitted to work in urgent care. I know that there are people in, the world medical field that thrive on the unknown. I'm not one of them. I mean, and more power to the ones that can thrive in that, that love the fact that they don't know what's going to come in the door next. I cannot stand it. And it's so stressful. And I've just, I don't want to live with that amount of stress in my life. I don't want to have to go to a job that I absolutely hate. Yes, nobody wants to, some people want to work, and I don't mind working. I wish I could work part-time so that I could do the things that I want to do, need to do in my home. I'm sharing too much, I think. But anyway, I hate it. So it's made me realize that I really need to find something else. I just wish I could get a call back from someone, just a call back to get, some kind of positive response. I did reach out to one of my older former administrators to have her put some feelers out because she knows a lot of people. But it's medical. I would prefer to get out of medical completely, but I know for sure I'm not, I can't think of any other word besides fitted. I'm not, I don't jive with the urgent care. So if I could find, something in an office where it's people that are, coming in for their 6-month follow-ups, I would feel a little more comfortable. But if I could find something in a completely unrelated field in an office, being like an administrative assistant or something like that, that would be right up my alley. So, work in a stitching shop. Yes. That would be awesome. Can I afford to do it? I don't know. Okay, I've rambled for 8 more minutes. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Have a good weekend. Guess I'll see you in maybe 2 weeks. I keep thinking I'm going to try to do a more normal, more steady schedule for filming, but you know, I can't say like I'm going to film every Tuesday or every Wednesday because I'll alternate. I'm off one Wednesday, work the next, so I can't do it like that. So, I mean, I guess I could do one Wednesday, then the following Thursday. I don't know if I'd have enough to show you. So every 2 weeks seems to work okay. Anyway, let me get off of here, clean up, and maybe I can get some stitching in today. And I hope you guys get some stitching in also. Take care. Love you. Bye.